Okay. Excuse me. Okay then. Good. Testing, testing. 1, 2. There we go. Hello, hello, and good evening. It is the 15th of March 2023, and tonight we're going to be doing some nice, quiet artwork slash animation work here on the channel. Yeah, that's basically it. I'm still setting up on my end for a couple of minutes. So while we finish getting set up, please enjoy the music of the Stray Sheep from Catherine, which is what we're going to be listening to all night. And also I can bring up the capture display. So yeah, I will see you in a couple of minutes. Get yourself comfortable with a drink and a snack. Good evening, good evening, good evening to you all, my lads, lasses, non-binary compasses. It's Captain Steel on the mic, and yeah, tonight we're going to be doing, well, we're basically going to be killing two stones with one bird here. I needed to get some work done on my animation project today, and well, I thought I'd just give everybody like a look into some of the behind the scenes of Captain Steel 379 by doing some animation work tonight. We're working currently on our Final Fantasy VII animation, ready to be played up in the top right-hand corner of the screen when we're actually playing through the OG Final Fantasy VII on the Switch. Because remember, what was it, like the PC port that came out? It was like an up-resed PC port of Final Fantasy VII that came to Switch, and I've got the cartridge version, which came along with Final Fantasy VIII at the same time, so technically on the Switch I've now got Final Fantasies 7, 8, and 9. But anyway, before we get started, I'm going to drop a link to our Discord server in the chat below, so if you want to keep up to date with goings on behind the scenes, as well as keep an eye out for future updates on animation projects such as this one, you can do so. And yeah, let's get rid of that starting soon, and let's begin. So my first thing to ask you, chat, is how are you doing tonight? I hope you're doing very well, and I hope you're keeping yourself safe. Right, so let's do that. Drop that. Give it a right then. Where was I? Right, in terms of where I was, Just need to add a little extra. Just need to add a little extra here. Completely looking at the wrong thing there for a second. I do apologize. There we go. Just utilizing the mouse very quickly just to cover up that side of the building there. It shouldn't matter in the long run, but you know, just my very picky brain there, unfortunately. There we go. Okay, so that's the column building finished. The thing is, I'm trying to build the animation background based on the Smash Brothers stage, but giving it my own specific specific twist, specifically focusing on this particular building here, as well as the main Shin-Ra building from the game. So you're facing them both with like a more head-on approach, as opposed to anything else. Now, don't worry, I don't work primarily on a mouse. I do have a small graphics tablet and the associated pen, so there's no need to worry about that. And if anybody's wondering, I've already done the Cloud Strife Spector here, and I mean when all of the specific, where is it? There it is. Yeah, when all of that specifically is like nicely done. I mean, that's what it's going to be. Obviously, we're going to like put the buildings more into the background, which should be covered up by the blue filter, and then add a little bit of like a wavy green effect to it as well. But so far so good, honestly. But anyway, let's continue moving on. Done the Spector. Don't need the girders right now. Could also get rid of that. Get rid of that. That. Platforms, turbine pipe as well as 3. There we go. Nice and sorry about that slight pause. Was talking to my girlfriend there. Okay, so here it is, the main Shin-Ra building. I mean, the thing is, I unfortunately just don't have the patience to copy all detailed pixel for pixel when it comes to this sort of thing. And the thing is, you're going to see me utilize quite a number of shortcuts, despite how lazy it's going to be, because, you know, people consider like the paint bucket tool kind of lazy, as well as like copying, adjusting little bits and pieces. At least that's the impression that I get. Whether or not that's true, I'm not 100% sure. Oh, that's terrible. Again, sorry, just talking to my girlfriend. Terrible pun. Yeah. Terrible pun. Love it. Okay, right. Let's actually focus now on. On work. This is a question I haven't actually got. No, I've got that muted. Excellent. Right. Again, I know this is not going to be the most interesting stream for you, chat. But as I said, I wanted to get some work done, and being able to interact with you, even if it's, you know, briefly, as well as, you know, just chillaxing to some very nice music is definitely what I wanted to do. So kind of just coloring in the building for the top of the Shin-Ra building in this kind of dark color, but then we're going to go slightly darker gray, because this is like really this is like a murky sort of gray. Or maybe I'll go for somewhat lighter, considering that's where, you know, the top of the mana, or is it mana? I know it's like the power of Gaia, but Mako, thank you. It's Mako energy. You want to know the hilarious thing, though, chat? The hilarious thing is I have not actually played Final Fantasy VII yet. I know it's sacrilege, and that's genuinely one of the games I need to knock off of the bucket list. But yeah, no, I have not actually played the OG Final Fantasy VII yet. And I must admit, I kind of want to play the OG before I even consider playing the remake. Go for black and just darken up the top. There we go. Dark grey, cover that up. There we go. Okay. I like that, actually. I actually prefer that colour. Yeah, this is basically what we're going to be working on tonight, and I know it looks like super basic, and it is, but I've just not been able to find the time or the energy lately just to be able to crank out a good solid couple of hours of working on this thing, which has just been very unfortunate. It's genuinely been very unfortunate, because honestly, I would love to spend like a night just like going through all the tiny little bits of animation, like moving the Buster Sword, moving the arm and the glove, moving the Spector and stuff. Because what the plan is, the Spector will spin the Buster Sword, stick it on his back, try and perform a lightning attack, and it hits him instead. Or hits near him. It might be worth it, you know, hitting near him, so I don't have to like animate like cartoon soot on his face and stuff, you know, just to be able to crank it out a little bit quicker and be able to go back to Fire Emblem, because that's the plan. The plan is going to be that we go back to Fire Emblem, and then we just, as soon as Fire Emblem is done, because we've got that animation over and done with, we can then just jump straight into Final Fantasy VII the following day or following week, depending on what day we finish Final Fantasy VII. But Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. I must admit, I'm really looking forward to getting back into that game. Super looking forward to getting back into that game. But I've got to do this first. And I think that's also kind of the reason, I think that's also part of the reason why, you know, this has been kind of, oh, that's the bottom part. Yep. That's not it. Oh, those are all the windows. Windows. Oh no, those are the windows for the bottom. These are all the windows for the top. Top windows. I haven't compressed them, have I? No, I have not. What a boob. Merge with the layer below. Then merge with the middle roof. There we go. And then, of course, constantly saving, because you don't want to lose your progress. Ever. Let me just... merge the layer below. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's where it starts to really get lit up. So we want a very light grey for this one. Oh. Yeah, that absolutely covers it. And then, as I said, when we're ever able to, when I've spent a good amount of time like trying to get everything correct for this sort of thing, and we make significant enough progress, I think I might, if we have enough time tonight, be able to do some PTCGO. You know, pick up the pace a little bit for the end of the stream. What the heck? Yeah, I like. Oh, that's actually nice. Shame about that. Just saw some Pokemon fan art over slash Fakeamon on the Captain Steel Discord. It was like a primeval. There's like a very ancient, or at least a very different Regirock, which makes me very happy being a Reggie fan. Love the Reggies, love the Legendary Titan. So any sort of different Legendary Titan or badass looking Legendary Titan is always going to be like a big thumbs up from me. Always going to be a big thumbs up. And then a future Paradox version of Zapdos, but instead of just going, very basic like what the Pokemon Company's done with its Paradox forms, especially for the new one, Iron Leaves. Iron Leaves is so disappointing. Iron Leaves is super disappointing, I'll be honest. But yeah, instead of doing the basic, they just ran with the idea. But yeah, if you wanna check that out, the artist on Twitter is Barbie Elite 4. So that's Barbie-Elite 4, or at Barbie_E4, capital E4. Yeah, they really just took Zapdos in a totally different direction. I mean, you can still identify it as Zapdos, same as you can identify the different Regirock as Regirock, mainly due to the face, body color, stones used, etc. But yeah, absolutely love it. Very Iron Moth-like, really, with the Zapdos. But yeah. Or if you want to check it out without jumping through all the Twitter hoops, just give the Captain Steel Discord a quick follow and check out the Pokemon channel. No, not the GameCube game, although calling that thing a game is very generous on my account, I will admit. But talking about Pokemon Box and Pokemon on the GameCube, I'm just gonna then I can always tidy that up with the black. Yeah, talking about Pokemon on the GameCube, that's another thing we're going to be working on. We are going to be doing a 100% We're going to be doing a 100% playthrough of both Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness and, of course, its prequel, Pokemon Coliseum. Now, that's going to take a while. That is going to take a while. And I've got memory cards already sorted out and specifically designated for both a Coliseum and an XD. save file because they are fairly heckin' hefty, to the point where when Colosseum first came out, a lot of copies of the game came with another memory card. I don't think at an additional cost, but it's just the fact that Pokemon Colosseum was so large in file size. Oh, I do apologize. But yeah, it's just the fact that Colosseum was so large in its file size that they knew that just a bog standard GameCube memory card was going to be not enough, so they gave you a free one basically with the purchase of the game. The only other game I remember doing that was the only game I remember that otherwise did that was OG Animal Crossing. And I know saying OG Animal Crossing is technically incorrect because the GameCube one is like an updated N64 one. The N64 one, of course, being Japanese exclusive. But it's OG for the West. And then the sequel came out, Wild World, which everybody had a fun time with. I will admit, probably didn't. The thing is, I had to borrow a friend's copy, so I was always building their town. But even then, I couldn't do everything without manipulating time. And of course, Mr. Rossetti comes along and gives you a stern talking to, which kind of killed my enthusiasm for the game. Don't get me wrong, I like Mr. Rossetti as a concept, but he was designed to be annoying, Oh, I love my girlfriend so much. She's fucking great. You know what? I could actually probably collapse all of these windows. Yeah, bottom building, top window. Okay. So what I'm gonna do, since I've already worked on these windows, I'm gonna just start collapsing them into each other. Merge with the layer below, merge with the layer below, merge with the layer below. And then you just... and merge with layer below. Perfect. And that's all of the windows done. Because the thing is, we zoom out to 100%, which is... Okay, you don't notice all of these, all of the different like lines and whatever. And in fact, if anything, it adds to the whole effect of some of these are illuminated, some of them are not. And then, of course, it looks slightly better once I get this final line colored in. Oop, wrong color. Undo. I also need to go back to doing some quick doodles on like pen and paper, or pencil paper, I should say. Because I mean, I must admit, there have been a couple of ideas for spectors, primarily fan art, to be quite honest. It's primarily fan art. I've actually had ideas when it comes to spectors, like if you're familiar with the series Hello Puppets, I was actually thinking of last year doing a quick digital art of a spector dressed as Mortimer Handy, the leader of the Handymen puppets from Hello Puppets. Again, I just never got around to it. Just because I'm up so early, usually in the morning for work, it just leaves me incredibly drained throughout the rest of the day. It doesn't matter how many cups of coffee I have. And the thing is, for my own personal health, I've been trying to limit myself to 2 cups of caffeinated coffee and trying to restrict just the amount of caffeine that enters my body in the first place. There we go. That should be all of that. Now I can just put the windows back on and perfect. I mean, obviously, I'll be doing a little additional detail here and there to do with yeah, I'll be doing a little extra details here and there when like the bulk of the coloring in has been done. But you know, the thing is, Midgar it's just full of greys, and I mean, yeah, it's got the green, but just the green it amplifies the grey hue of everything. So unfortunately, that's all we can work with at the moment is just a whole bunch of like greys and stuff. I mean, when I worked on the first couple. I mean, I worked on the first few pipes, and I will be sticking them in. Around just around the place. But that's really the only sort of color, and even then, that's just for like safety protocol. It's not because they actually want to add any color to the world. Okay. So, okay, let's move on to the next big area then. And that's going to be bringing up the... yeah, because we need to combine both buildings into one here. So if we merge this with the layer below, there should now be the entire... yeah, that's the entirety of the building now coming down to that. So let's... cool. Let's save it again. Again, you can never save enough times. You can never save enough times, chat. We can also get rid of the column building so we know exactly what it is we're working with. And we can also get rid of these two pieces of decoration here. It'll also be worth moving this up, considering they need to be kind of in the same boat. Kind of in the same boat. Yeah, kind of in the same boat. Okay. We need to get rid of this, this, and this. Okay. Okay. So what color are we going to go? In fact, we're going to just do the... Nah, go lighter. Go lighter than that. Yeah, no, there's no change there, unfortunately. There we go. That should do it. We just put a line down here at the bottom, just to make sure that when we use our paint bucket tool, it doesn't go all over the damn place. The best thing about this, chat, is we don't have to be too accurate with this. Because this whole bottom part of the building is going to be covered up by a couple of different things. Whether that is the girders. Yeah, it's going to be covered by a couple of different things. Whether that's like the... and precisely that. I mean, obviously we can like... obviously we'll have to piss about with positioning of certain things and bits and pieces. But, yeah. Or maybe I could just not be so fucking lazy and do this in black. But at least we got the building color now. There we go. If we do that, then now adds a defined line to the bottom of the building, which means that as soon as we use our paint fill tool, like so, it won't go everywhere. There you go, and it's slightly lighter than the previous grey, which, you know, kind of makes sense considering this is where all the Mako's coming up from. Right, time to start filling in the this fill in line here. But yeah, I know this is very, very, very different than my usual streams, and I do understand this is not for everybody, especially with how, you know, extraordinarily basic it is. I mean, it is extraordinarily basic. I mean, my art style has never been like spectacular anyway, but it's kind of ironic, really, that this is like the animation project that's taken the longest time for a long time. It's taken the longest time for a long time now. And it kind of makes sense with it being an RPG. Because I've got no idea how long Final Fantasy VII is going to take us. When it comes to traditional RPGs, I'm not the greatest at them, truthfully. Which is also something I'm kind of counting on. Because it means that I get to maximize my streams with Final Fantasy VII, but also at the same time, I get to decide what the next RPG is going to be, and start working on that animation very quickly. However, there is going to be one animation before that happens, and it'll be regarding Pikmin 2, because in 2023 I do intend on doing Pikmin 2. We did Pikmin 1 a while ago. In fact, Pikmin 1 was the first stream I did, including the first animation. And it should be fun to... do a new one. I'm thinking having Louis run about in the background being chased by a couple of the boss creatures that are more mobile. Maybe the water wraith? Maybe the water wraith. I mean, the water wraith is going to be very, very simple. Just, you know, it's just a fucking bluish blob on a pair of rollers. However, that does mean that we're going to have to do the submerged castle before the end of the 10,000 Poco death right at the beginning of the game. I'm just going to butt rush that, to be quite honest. I am genuinely going to butt rush it. I fucking hate that dungeon so much. We're going to go in with about 75 to 80, so we get access to Bulbmin 2, because Bulbmin are going to, you know, we kind of need Bulbmin 2. I was kind of hoping we'd see Bulbmin in the recent reveal for Pikmin 4, I'll be honest. I must admit, there's a couple of things I would love to see. There are a couple of things I would love to see in Pikmin 4. Primarily the return of Bulbmin, but also I want a more dangerous version of the Pikmin 1 enemy, the Puffy Toadstool. I think it's called the it's called the Puff Stool. Sorry, I kind of mixed up like several different things there. But yeah, I would love to see the Puff Stool come back and be like super fucking dangerous. Maybe have like a hybrid creature of like the Puff Stool and the oh god, what was it called? Antenna Beetle. That's the one. Have a hybrid of the Puff Stool and Antenna Beetle from Pikmin's 1 and 2 respectively. So, you know, you trip up the Puff Stool and then it releases spores and creates Shroommin or Shroobmin, whichever one you want to call them, which are basically like cordyceps versions of Pikmin, which have got like little mushrooms on their heads, turning them into a zombie. It's actually kind of cool. They were purple Pikmin before purple Pikmin, but they had like genuine blank, dead, white eyes. You know, permanent frowns upon the face, and not like in the cute blue Pikmin kind of way, in the sort of horrified, oh my god, I'm dying kind of way. And then, yeah, as I said, on top of their head is like a mushroom. So if you're an Earthbound fan, just, you know, think about a worse version of being shroomed from that game. I don't actually remember if I showed that off. I really don't remember if I actually showed that off in my Pikmin 1 playthrough. Thing is, I might have to redo that playthrough at some point. It only took me 2 streams. You know, and it might be kind of cool to go back to it, really. Get ready for Pikmin 2 or something. Might be an idea, actually. Redo Pikmin 1, go and then jump straight into Pikmin 2 the week after. Or the day after, depending on what we do. As I said, I am quite enjoying tonight. As I said, I just wanted to get some work done. I wanted to stream, and I just wanted a nice quiet night for a bit. So, you know, streaming artwork, even if it's to me. Even if it's only to me. You know, just some nice chilled music on in the background. Just some nice chilled music on in the background and just, you know, focusing on work. Spilling my mind as opposed to spilling my guts. Decaffeinated coffee. As I said, I enjoy the taste of coffee. I mean, okay, yes, I do add sugar-free syrup to it, just to sweeten it up a little bit, because black coffee is not my usual go-to. And talking of which, I'm not sponsored, so I'm just going to say, not sponsored. However, if you ever want a good coffee syrup, and the thing is, coffee syrups aren't just good for coffee, they can also be used in like milkshakes and baking, and various other bits and pieces, which, you know, they say on the bottle, but it's also what I kind of use them for sometimes. Jordan's Skinny Syrups are genuinely the best I can recommend. They may be on the touch pricier side, but they're sugar-free, which means, you know, they don't add to your calorie count. They taste good, and as I said, coffee syrup is just versatile, and it's been my go-to brand of coffee syrup now for years. I mean, sometimes when I just don't want any thrills at all, I'll just use like standard like granulated sweetener. But yeah, you ever want to like mix it up? Jordan's Skinny Syrups. They do a great variety of flavors. If I could recommend anything, Rocky Road is actually the thing is, Rocky Road is good on paper, but it's one of those very decisive flavors. But their vanilla is really nice. Their caramel is really nice. What's the bourbon maple pecan syrup as well. I don't know if that's like a more seasonal thing, but the bourbon maple pecan syrup is delicious. I love putting that in my biscuits. Yes, in my biscuits, because I do tend to bake biscuits sometimes. Talking of which, I kind of want to make myself a batch of vanilla biscuits at some point. Okay, well that's the base building done. So save that. Okay, now we got to do the pipe brackets, the pipes themselves, and the building. What we can do here? Let's take off the top. Oh, we can just take that. We can just take that all off. Yes, very much what I did with my girlfriend when I was in Belgium. I took it all off. The unfortunate thing is that, yes, having an audience of just me kind of sucks, but it does allow me to get away with saying stupid shit like that, because, yeah, if my girlfriend knew that I just said that, I don't know how she'd have taken it. She probably would have just joined in and said said something to encourage it, but again, very much like she did when I was in Belgium. Hey, he shoots, he scores. I fucking did score all right with my girlfriend. Are you kidding me? Not to say I've had bad relationships in the past. Well, at least I don't think I've had bad relationships in the past. I've had relationships that haven't worked out, but I don't know if they've been bad, technically. There we go, that's the first bracket done, I think. Oh, just need to... There you go, if I zoom out and stick the building back on, yeah, that's looking fine right now. And the thing is, you don't have to be perfect because it's a fucking corporation. They wouldn't like change anything unless they absolutely had to. There we go. Time is it? 8:30. Lovely. And the thing is, I've just been busy over the last couple of days, and I must admit, on one of these goddamn days, I am going to be doing a longer stream. But as I said, I've just been busy. At some point this month, however, we are going to be doing a 6 to 8 hour stream. We are going to be doing a 6 to 8 hour stream. And I know that's such a silly thing to say, considering it's already the 15th, and we're pretty much halfway through this month already. But that gives me the whole other half of the month to go. So that could be like the thing is just trying to find something to fill up that time, because I know, attention spans are not some people's strong points, and I'm not judging. God, no, were you kidding me? My attention span is utter fucking garbage. If it wasn't for the fact that I was talking to chat, or, talking to myself in this case, I would not have had the patience to even do this much. And that's the thing, I just lack patience. And not because I had like any sort of like traumatic upbringing or anything. It's just, unfortunately, yeah, I wouldn't say I had a traumatic upbringing. It's just that a couple of family members in the past have they've kind of like ground the gears down to the point where I just don't have patience anymore for the majority. I mean, of course I'll always have patience for certain things in life, because you need patience when you're in life. Oh, look, it's him, Cat. Hello, Bex. Hello, Bex. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Okay, so I need to do this last pipe bracket. That's not the one. That's the one. That's the one right there. Oh, that's a serious talk. I better not be very silly around here. No. You can be silly if you want. Have a rotten day. Thank you so much, Bex. That's not the correct one. That's not the correct one. That's not the right one. That's the right one. Right. Thank you very much. There we go. Just needed to make sure I was on the correct layer there. But yeah, as you can see in the description, we're working on our Final Fantasy VII animation. I know it doesn't look like much because, we're so zoomed in and everything, but if you give me a minute just to finish off all this pipe work and this, building growth is basically the best way I can describe this. I can show you where we are. How are you, Cap? The alerts aren't playing. Oh, they are. They are. It's just that I turned them right down. Let's try that. Go to the dashboard, log in. Overlays. No, it's not overlays. My alerts, we go. points. Have a rotten day. Testing. I said test, you dick. Oh, thanks for the delay there. Thank you so much. Because that's exactly what we needed. 2 warriors blasting in our ears. How's that? Were you able to hear the sound alerts there? As I said, I wanted to turn it down because it's kind of like a quieter stream tonight. Right. Oop. Put it back up there. Okay, so we've got the building and the pipe to do now. And again, I know it's a pretty lazy way. You know, using the paint fill tool and everything. But yeah, hopefully you were able to hear that. Have a rotten day. But Bex, thank you so much for the Blimbuck spent there. Art is allowed to be lazy. Well, I don't know about allowed. Sorry, I've gotta watch the volume here. But yeah, I don't know if it's allowed to be lazy, but you know, just a couple of bits and pieces here and there have definitely helped out with like increasing productivity and whatever. My lack of patience not being one of them. There we go. So what color does this need to be? Yeah, just a really dark grey at the back there. So, potentially that one? That might be it. Yeah, that looks about right. And then we can... Oh, I see. We need to pop that above there. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Just fill in that awkward bit right there. Thank you very much. But yeah, how is the volume mixing anyway? Is the microphone too loud? Is the music too quiet? I know the sound alerts were not the loudest, so from that last have a rotten day, did you notice a difference in the volume at all? Again, I know this is not the most interesting stream, and I know this is not going to be for everyone, and I do anticipate, you know, this not being particularly popular, but it's as I said, I just wanted to work on some stuff tonight. I wanted to, you know, I effectively wanted to cover a lot of bases with one stream. Plus, being able to open up my mind and not, well, it's as I said earlier, spilling my mind and not my guts is kind of the name of the game when it comes to this. It's actually shockingly kept me quite focused. Which again, I am shocked by. I mean, I didn't anticipate getting like horrifically distracted at all, but it's just nice when a plan comes together, as the A-team would say. And goddamn, I know I've just horrifically dated myself with that particular reference. I pity the fool who is old. Wait, do we get these sometime soon? Yeah, I wish. Yeah, I wish we did. Oh no. Oh no. I've been doing all of that on the pipe bracket. Oh, Yeah, no. Okay. I've been doing this on the wrong layer. Whoopsie. Oh, that sucks. That actually sucks major dong and not in the fun way. Okay, there we go. We're now on the correct goddamn thing. Okay, now we put the pipe bracket up here. And we go back to picking that. Thank you very much. There we go. Finally, I fixed that mistake. What a boob. I mean, I know everybody loves boobs, but not with that kind of mistake, they don't. Yeah, okay. You can't spell captain without paint. Yes, and don't forget, we must all suffer for our art. That is why it's called painting. but VL, thank you so much for dropping in. Thank you so much for dropping in. The thing is, as I said, I know this is not going to be like a super popular stream. It's not going to be, you know, it's not action packed. It's not me being haha goofy man. It's just quiet. It's me working basically. And people join Twitch to be, you know, entertained, which is, you know, something I struggle with the best of times, let alone during a quieter stream like this one. But you know, it, as I said, it covered multiple bases, so and it needs to get done. And the thing is, that whole painting thing, I can't even take credit for that. Came from an old Nickelodeon show. What's it called? Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide or something like that. The art teacher, I don't want to, yeah, I think it was the art teacher that said that. I mean, it would make sense. It is a fucking art-related pun, but still. That is a line that stuck with me for a long time. You know, of course you don't like it. Artists suffer for their art. That's why they call it painting. It's like even to this day it makes me chuckle. Okay, let's save the image before something goes wrong. It's my stream, of course it will. Let's have a look. See, Steel. I'm also planning some art tonight. A very anticipated package arrived. Oh, is that that foot-long thing I ordered for myself? You said you were going to keep that secret. For legal reasons, that's a joke. Also, also just so people know, I've never ordered anything through my girlfriend's account, so you know. Still, what package has arrived? I mean, you don't have to tell us. I mean, that's quite an invasive question. I do apologize. But I'm glad I'm not the only one doing art tonight. It's, as I say, it's kind of relaxing. And to be quite honest, with this whole, like, talking to the stream thing, it has kept me shockingly, captivated is the wrong term. Well, no, motivated is definitely one of the terms. Focused? Yeah, motivated, focused, being able to concentrate for longer than usual. Because usually I've got, like, music on in the background. Right. Okay, I've got YouTube on in the background on the, when I usually try and do this. Let's see. Warhammer did a collab with McFarlane Toys for action figures. They made a couple of grey specifically so people can paint them themselves just like the miniatures. Oh, that's kick ass. That's actually kick ass. Because I was there when you painted a couple of miniatures, including a couple of the ones that I gave you, and I don't want to say that I wouldn't have the patience to do that kind of thing, but it's just not something that I am particularly interested in, if that makes sense. I mean, I can respect the effort that goes in. Genuinely can respect the effort that goes in. Can you post the pics on the Discord? Please do. Please do. Let's have a quick look. See. Alright, you can hide your desktop. It's good with privacy. Never know what your desktop shows. Yes, I the only screen on the stream setup is Krita. Yeah, that is indeed the program I'm using. It's Krita. Okay, there we go. I can put the building back in. I can put the bright pipe bracket back in. Put the windows back on, and the column building back in. Put that back in. That in. That in. That in. That in. Okay, it's nowhere near finished, but with that part of the building done, this is where we're sitting. This is where we're sitting, chat, and then obviously the background will be, you know, a translucent night sky, which will then allow us to just stick in a whole bunch of like Mako, wispy green stuff as well. Let's have a look. See. Oh wow! Oh wow! Okay. So yeah, VL has just posted pics in the Steel Discord of the grey figurines that she's going to be painting, and goddamn, they look amazing even without the paint. Damn, that looks cool. But yeah, this is where we're at the moment. We've got the Cloud Strife Spectre ready to go. We've if we like zoom out on the Smash Brothers stage, we've got this particular building finished. We've got like as I say, we've got one of the two column buildings finished. I will be like, as lazy as it's going to be, I am going to like copy paste the first column building over a little bit, so we got two of them. Okay, and we've just finished off like the pipe on the side here. As I say, if you the buildings are more like a the buildings are more supposed to be more of like a front facing sort of thing, as opposed to like trying to do it at an angle, because I don't have the skill, the time, or the patience. But yeah, I'm pretty sure if you looked at this in one particular area, you got it. And then did my own version of this like small turbine here. Did my own version of this small device here. Did some stairs as well. As I say, I'm hitting certain notes. Okay, I'm hitting certain notes from the Midgar here in Smash Brothers Ultimate. Okay. So let's get rid of Cloud for the time being. I mean, the thing is, obviously, various bits and pieces are going to be, you know, adjusted for size, adjusted for translucency, etc. Let's have a look. See. If Cthulhu and Skeletor had a baby, it's both the figurines. Yeah, absolutely. However, they are bloody cool looking. They are bloody cool looking. And the thing is, VL is a very talented figurine painter. She's a very talented figurine painter. So I genuinely cannot wait to see what she does with them. Okay, so next up we're going to be working on this thing. Basically the building decoration, as I've called it. The middle one will just be a dark grey, but we're going to give it like a slight ring of a lighter grey on the just on the very rim as well, just to like show off the fact that it's slightly sunken in. Let's have a look. See, Tyrannid. Okay, I know one of those words. Well, a couple of those words. Tyrannid, Gene Stealer, and a Necron Flayed one. Nice. No idea what that is, but I'm sure you paint them well. You'd be loving playing more fantasy and Cleave because you get so many cool figurines to paint there. Yep. Tyrannids are like these alien parasites that steal the genetics or the best parts of their prey, including living guns. They actually have been able to like genetically modify themselves to make some of themselves living guns. But and I hate to use this example, but it is genuinely the first one that pops to mind. I think there is a Tyrannid that's very much like Major von Stronheim from the end of part 2 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, when he has that giant fuck-off cannon in his stomach. I think that's what some Tyrannids have been able to do to themselves. Again, it's not exactly the character I should be going to, but I can't think of anybody with something similar. No, Golurk doesn't have one. Fuck, who has a stomach cannon? No, not Grendel. Not Grendel from Warframe. That is actually a fucking good question. Who actually has a goddamn, stomach cannon? And why is it JoJo's Bizarre Adventure that's the first thing that pops to mind with that? Seriously. There we go. Okay, I think that just about does it. Yeah, that does it. I can't stop twinkling from Hero Academia has a stomach cannon. No, that's a stomach laser. And also, that guy is a fucking bastard. Oh no. I know that. I'm not gonna say why. I just know that he is. Again, I tend to keep up with certain series in very broad strokes. And I know the broad stroke when it comes to that fucking character, and I want to take a baseball bat to his throat. But then again, I want to take a baseball bat to several characters' throats in My Hero Academia. Because there are certain things in that series, there's certain characters' actions in that series, I should specifically say, that, well, they don't get much sympathy from me, let's put it that way. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, no, I'm talking like specifically like a physical gun coming out of like somebody's stomach, or cannon from somebody's stomach. Oh yeah, I also think they've like acclimatized something like long-range sniper rifles or something in their genetics or something. I just know that Tyranids can effectively a Zerg rush and or living weaponry. God, I would hate to live in the Warhammer 40k universe. You can't even die in fucking peace in that universe, by the way. Because there were like these necromantic machine masters that would just bring your ass back to life. Or, depending on what race you are, you just get absorbed into the void because of some demonic god that your race decided to create when it went completely ballistic for pleasure. Tyranids are a hive mind species that have access to space travel and exclusively organic. Oh yeah, the spaceships. The spaceships are like the Goma from Asura's Wrath. Okay, now there is a comparison we can make. I must admit, I need to boot up the 360 and hook it up to the internet so I can actually buy the proper ending of Asura's Wrath. But because that is definitely a game I really, really want to play on the stream. But yeah, the Goma in Asura's Wrath, completely organic, have access to space travel and shit. To the point where they literally launch themselves into space to fight demigods, despite them being bloody demons. And I use the term bloody very literally there, because that covered like a giant pulsating red veins and blood and gore, and it's kind of cool. But you got to remember, this was like mid-2000. Mid-2010s. There you go. It was like mid-2010s Capcom, which is very widely known as their absolute worst era. And fuck me, I had to live through it, and you can absolutely see why. Multiple Mega Man titles cancelled. The atrocious treatment of Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Gonna do that one. Thank you very much. Yeah, the appalling state of Street Fighter Cross Tekken, the whole shit with Asura's Wrath, as I've just mentioned. Literally, to get the, quote, true ending of Asura's Wrath, not only did you need to buy the game initially, so on release, like £50-60, but you also had to buy it in DLC. Another, I think it was like 10 to 15. Yeah, let's just say people got a little bit pissy about that. They kind of made up for it with the Street Fighter episodes, which were like bonuses, but yeah, no, it was terrible. It was terrible the fact that they decided that was going to be the way they did it. As opposed to, you get to this point in the game, just unlock the final chapter. Because if you don't buy that DLC, the game ends on such an anticlimactic note. Literally ends on a super anticlimactic note. So fucking stupid. I'm going to go for a darker grey on the absolute outer rim here. Perfect. I think, yeah, that actually looks pretty decent. Yeah, I think that actually does the job quite nicely. Look, I love Capcom games, and the first game I took like legitimately competitively was a Capcom game. It was kind of a combination, really, of Street Fighter 4 and Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Love those games. I was never any good at the Street Fighter 4, even when Ultra came out and I had Hugo, which is one of my absolute favorite grappler characters of all time. But yeah, when it came to Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, I attended a couple of bigger tournaments, including an international, and came 9th. Like, I was so close. I was so close to reaching top 8, and then I just don't know what happened there. But yeah. And the thing is that this is approaching... oh my fucking god. Oh no! I've just realized this is approaching it's approaching my 10-year anniversary of that catastrophic 9th place. Oh fuck, I feel old. It's kind of upsetting, really. In the whole of my quote-unquote competitive game career, the best result I've ever achieved is 8th place. Sorry, 9th place. Sorry, I gave myself a little too much credit there. Yeah, 9th place was like the best I ever managed to achieve, which, you know, still upsets me a little bit. Would have liked to have at least done top 6, top 5 at some point. Just the opportunity never presented itself. Just the correct people turned up at the correct tournament, I suppose. Are you talking about Laser Belly right now? How far into Hero Academia are you? I mean, as I said, I know a lot of Hero Academia via broad strokes. You know, the whole, oh my god, whoever the series creator is just dropped a bombshell. You know, those sorts of like, I don't want to say clickbait because a lot of them actually present relevant information, but those sorts of like spoilery YouTube videos. As I say, certain characters just make me want to like smash their windpipe in with a baseball bat. So I am better off looking at the broad strokes, chapter or major event update videos compared to actually watching the series. Yeah, gonna send you the Instagram. Cool. Although I don't use Instagram personally. Must admit, I don't use a lot of social media. I use Twitter, but that's basic. But I use basically Twitter to communicate with people who I actually care about. I use Twitter to communicate and also keep an eye on some amazing artwork. Because unlike my very basic style chat, there are some incredible, and I truly mean incredible, artists on Twitter. Hell, there's even some incredible artists. Sorry, that actually makes it sound like I'm being super sarcastic, and I really don't mean to be. There's also some amazingly talented artists here on Twitch as well. The next time my favorite goes live, I'm gonna drop a link to their Twitch in the Steel Discord because they do need some more support. But they are amazing. They're super entertaining too, and their voice. You know, some people just have the correct sort of voice for ASMR. He does. That person absolutely does. As opposed to me, who has the voice of a chipmunk getting choked out. Seriously, what on earth my girlfriend sees in my voice specifically, I'll never understand. Genuinely will never understand. Okay, so just gotta make a quick black outline for this. Because we do not. Oh, I just realized something. Yep. Again, I know it's cheating. There we go. I know it's cheating, chat. Okay, so the next thing to do is like this part right here. Okay then. So if anything, it'll be the same grey as the most outer layer for that. Let's have a quick look, see. Ah, excellent. So yeah, to reiterate, My Hero Academia is not a series I keep up with in terms of like the lore and everything like that. But I keep up with it in broad strokes, and then I keep up with it in broad strokes and broad strokes. No, I will not elaborate further. I'm only joking. I'm only joking. I'm not that kind of person. I just try to be funny. Okay, what the hell's going on with my... What's going on with my mouse? Wait. Okay, give me a second here, chat. Okay, there we go. It's fixed itself. There we go. It's fixed itself. I thought I needed to escape to the desktop to get the hand off of my screen. Just needed to click on something else. There we go. Just need another sip of coffee. I'm sorry. Oh god, I'm so sorry. Oh, that's gonna spike the microphone like hell. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Fuck, I hope I didn't hear any... I hope... It may sound hyperbolic, but to autists like me, that kind of, like, unexpected noise could be, like, absolute auditory hell. I am so sorry if that did spike the microphone. I'm so sorry if that spiked the mic. It's like when I used to watch it's like when a couple of popular YouTubers like Markiplier and whatever uploaded Five Nights at Freddy's. I had to give it a couple of days because so that people could like timestamp jump scares because as I said, I don't know if it's just my specific autism, but yeah, having unexpected jump scares or having the anticipation of jump scares, it's not a fun experience to have. It's genuinely not a fun experience to have. And then combined with my combined with a couple of other things behind the scenes, it's yeah, it's. I mean, don't get me wrong. Maybe I shouldn't have been watching them in the first place, but come on, they were entertaining. More so because of the reaction of the YouTuber more than the game itself. Which is the completely opposite end of the spectrum for my stream. I'm pretty sure people find the gameplay more interesting than my squeaky fucking voice. We should be approaching the end game of the main Shin-Ra building right now. Just got to get this building decoration finished. I know potentially it's like more offices or just like expansion to the building or something, so it actually does serve a purpose, but you know, having not played Final Fantasy VII, I don't heckin' know. So I'm just calling it a decoration for now. Maybe that entire part of the building is like one big Mako generator, or a generator that like, or a turbine that runs on Mako energy or some shit. As I say, I know various bits and pieces, and let's be honest, that one cutscene, you know the one. If somebody says to you Final Fantasy, that's the fucking cutscene. That cutscene is the one that pops into mind. I wish streaming was a thing back when this game first came out, because I would have loved to have blindly reacted to that. However, my criticism will probably just still would have been the same. I've got so many Phoenix Downs in my inventory. Fucking use one. Honestly, if I was gonna, seriously, if I was genuinely going to create a cutscene like that, one of the first things that I would do was make sure that either all healing items or all recovery items or resurrection items, etc., are just disabled. You know, so maybe there's something fucky with like the temple, and all healing items actually now cause damage or something like that. Okay then, so if I do that, zoom out. Where's that column? Yeah, that looks pretty accurate. I mean, again, I will be adding like I will be adding like various bits of detail at a slightly later date. We're just trying to get like the block coloring done, because I mean, doing all these minor details, although they don't look like that minor of a detail, to be quite honest, it does take time. Oh, that's cool. I must admit, I did like that. I did like that hobby store you took us to, VL. I really did. Okay, last two buildings. These two right here. Probably just gonna go for this grey and then this one. So yeah, do this one on that and then that one on that one. Okay. Where are the windows? There we go. I must admit, I say that the thing is, I say that I enjoyed going to that hobby store with VL. And it is true. It is true that I did enjoy going to that hobby store with VL. But the thing is, I just enjoyed all of my time with VL over in Belgium. And I know, life would be significantly different if I went over there to live there compared to, you know, just a short vacation. But the thing is, I'm fully aware of that. I'm acutely aware of that. And the unfortunate thing is, some people think that, you know, because I have autism, sometimes I don't, you know, fully grasp certain things. And it's true, I don't grasp certain things, like fucking how nuclear fission works, and, you know, why on earth some people are just so fucking stupid or evil in this world, they're even allowed to exist in the first place. But, when it comes to the difference between, you know, going somewhere for a vacation compared to, you know, putting your foot down and actually moving over there, I get it's not going to be the easiest thing in the world, and considering I suffer from dumb brain, it's not going to be. It may take me a few 100,000 tries. That's going to be my. That's going to be the thing, chat. I am genuinely going to die. Okay, I'm genuinely going to die. I'm going to not get my citizenship back over in Belgium, and it's going to be my unfinished business, and I'm going to come back as a ghost. I'm just going to haunt the system. I'm going to haunt the system that denied me. Actually, yeah, that actually might be better, and then I go for this one on the... Yeah, I actually prefer those two. Right. However, I've always said that the second I win, if I ever win an obscene amount of money, and I'm talking like an obscene amount of money, the first thing I'm doing is basically telling the UK to go fuck itself, and I'm moving over to Belgium. Genuinely the first thing I'll be doing. I mean, and then while that's going on, obviously I help out the family and, you know, extended family with, you know, shit like the mortgages and everything. College funds, etc. Then I make the money work for me. I just get to sit in a chair and crack the whip up on its back, make it work for me, and then when all that's set up, I then just move over to Belgium and start living my life with the woman that I love. But again, that's on the the 1 quintillionth, gazillionth, fifillionth, shimillionth chance that I get such a break in life. And the thing is that people say, oh, I'm not going to let the money change me, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I'd absolutely let the money change me in certain regards. Well. Oh, I'd absolutely let the money change me on certain regards. Can you imagine all the awesome GameCube shit I could buy with that money? Yep. Are you alright tonight? You sound very depressed. No, it's just that, you know. It's just a quieter, more. It's just a quieter stream. I'm genuinely, I am genuinely okay. But thank you so much for the concern, Bex. Really does mean a lot. Move that over a touch. There we go. Should be able to work a little easier on that one. I mean, I'm okay physically. It's just that, and I don't want to sound like I'm perpetuating the whole idea of like doom scrolling and shit like that, and you know, doom broadcasting. It's just that over the last week or so, there has just been some terrible news regarding individuals upon the LGBTQ plus spectrum, which you know, it can get to you sometimes. I do try and remain positive, and I will always make my Discord server / stream a safe place for everybody, provided you're not a dick. But yeah, just seeing those news stories, as I say, it can get to you. But again, that's not. I'm trying not to perpetuate the whole like doom scrolling thing, which I know sounds a little like hypocritical now, considering I've just given the reason why I'm not the most peppy tonight. Just slower stream, and some unfortunate news from around the globe. But hell, we are here, chat. Okay, we are here. We're enjoying a nice, quiet evening. Okay, you're watching me do some utterly terrible artwork. You're watching me do some terrible artwork, so, it could be worse. But again, but no, again, your concern is very appreciated, Bex. Thank you so much. Ah, shit, that didn't sound sarcastic, did it? Again, sometimes with where I am on the autistic spectrum, sometimes it can. Sometimes I'm just worried about sounding too sarcastic. Not too sarcastic. I'm just worried about sounding sarcastic in the first place. Because I've been told, because I've been told in the past, were you being sarcastic? Or sorry, I was asked, was I being sarcastic in the back? And god damn it. Wait, undo that one. Thank you. There you go. That's got that. That's got that back up and ready to go now. Thank you very much. Yes. There you go. Now if we put the windows back in. Ooh, perfect. Oh yes, 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 yes. Huh, there we go. Again, I'll put some. I will be putting like some additional detail down at a later date. But yeah, that's actually the block coloring and the final detail. Well, the final positioning of the Shin-Ra building done. Very nice. Oh. Let's have a look. See. Whenever you're gonna need someone to vent to, I'll be there listening. Thank you very much. Now I'm here for quite some time, so I learned how to read your voice. It's fine. Cool. Okay. I mean, don't apologize. I love how you do all of this with just paint. It's not paint. I'm gonna. I know. I'm pretty sure I said this earlier, but the program I'm using is Krita. It's a free to download program that VL put me onto, and that's what I've been using to do all of the artwork, basically all of my artwork, all of my animations, etc., have all been done in Krita because Krita also has, if you go to Workspace, an animation workshop where you can like adjust, like individual frames and stuff. I have never heard of that. It's a really good program, actually. Genuinely a really good program. As I say, it's the one thing I've been using for all of my animations, all of my artwork, all of my artwork, all of my animations, all of my assets, like the emojis and whatever. Just all of them been done in Krita. Oh, and what time is it? Okay, 20 past. Okay, 20 to 22? 20 to 10. 20 past 9. 20 past 9. Okay, it's 20 past 9. Okay, if I take the column building here and just. That's better. It's not a whole lot of change there, but it is enough. There we go, and then we can just take this entire layer here. No, other way around. Just do that. Because if we just adjust that then covers both of those buildings right there. Perfect. Maybe just squash that in a little bit. There we go. I hate to say it, that's actually kind of accurate. The thing is, I'll never ever go for 100% accuracy with these things. Never go for 100% accuracy with these things. My skill is not that good, and I do not have that patience. Okay, so as I said, main Shin-Ra building is now finished with. I'll add a little bit of detail at a point in the future. Maybe just add a very thin rectangle here to show that you're looking at the sign from the side. Yeah. fact, maybe I could do that right now. Oh no, because I'd have to. Actually, no, I could do that. Go over to the eraser, just take off the entirety of that bottom there. Okay, stretch this down a little. There we go. And just color that in. Yeah, just color that in red. Maybe bring it back just a touch. Maybe bring it forward a touch. Yep, I think that pretty much covers it. And I was still on the. I was still on that. No, it needs to be a bit more. Needs to be not as much as that. Still needs to be red though. Yeah, that should. Yeah, that covers it. That actually covers it. Nice. Okay. Oof. Okay, so if we zoom that out and have a quick look see at the main Shin-Ra building, let's have a look see. So we've got the top. Yeah, we got this pipeline here. The building there. See, yeah, we've got the building here. We've got the pipe, and we've got like the top office complex, including some illuminated office windows, which is great. We've got the sign and the lower building. We've got the two column buildings here with, yep, there it is. And we've also now got the main decoration, well, turbine, call it a fucking turbine, the main turbine of the Shin-Ra building, which we absolutely do. Cool. Okay, so in my off time, I'm going to add little bits of detail here and there to various buildings, very much like I've done with the sides of this mini turbine building. Yeah, a turbo building. It just fucking zooms into space. But yeah, I'll be adding some minor detail like I've done to this miniature turbine building here. Variety here, and then filling in the two girders right here. Gonna keep the middle of it clear of all that stuff, but adding a few more of these colored pipes, and then I can start animating. Basically animating Cloud Strife here. You know, have him wiggle his giant weapon around. So stupid and immature. No, that would have been it. Like, wiggle around his giant weapon. Okay. That is way too immature for me at this particular time at night. That was particularly immature. I do apologize. But yeah, I must admit, I think I think my patience is kind of at its end. Don't get me wrong, chat. You have genuinely helped me out. You have genuinely helped me out, chat. You know, just being able to talk while doing this, listening to the Stray Sheep from Catherine, which is a... Okay, so Catherine as a whole isn't... Parts of it have not aged well. I will be the first to admit that. Parts of Catherine have not aged particularly gracefully. But the music is one of those things. The music is definitely one of those things. And the graphics too. The graphics are actually quite nice. But yeah, as I say, certain things, especially with the enhanced version, Catherine full body. Wow, I didn't think they could do a worse job with certain things, and they fucking did. They fucking did. So yeah, not particularly great on that one. But yeah, no, the graphics of Catherine, the voice acting, the atmosphere, the graphics as well, just all of it great. All of it great. I mean, I want to stream Catherine, the original Catherine. I want to stream the original Catherine because it is a great puzzle action game, but as I said, just a couple of parts of it have not aged gracefully to the point where it kind of leaves a sour taste in your mouth. I mean, I know it's supposed to be like a ha-ha sort of like jokey sort of thing, but I just am not sure how certain people would take it. So yeah, genuinely on the fence about that one. I'll be totally honest. Right then, I think chat. That's gonna be it for the. I think that's gonna be it for the stream. The thing is as well, because this is technically work for the stream. It tires me out, and B, it also puts a bit of a strain on the eyes, which is kind of hilarious because I can play PTCGO for hours and hours at end, but because I'm like concentrating so hard on, you know, quote unquote artwork, it tends to just wear me out a whole lot quicker. It's so weird. I should be able to like whack this out like a home run in like a few hours, but it's taking me weeks, if not months, to do this. But it's just because I've been like really tired and been like tackling this piecemeal. And that's the other thing. I just don't have, you know, a lot of time in my regular working life to dedicate like 5 hours to this. A, because of my eyes. B, because of my patience. And C, because I just don't have that time. Let's have a look. See. Will you play some of the SNES games on Switch if it fits into the schedule? Don't apologize for being busy or tired. To answer your question, Bex, yes, I would love to play some SNES games on the. I would love to play some SNES games. We've already done one for Super Mario RPG. I mean, even despite the technical difficulties that I experienced due to trying to homebrew some games onto the SNES Classic. Excuse me. Do apologize about that. Even with the technical difficulties on the SNES Classic, we were able to get through Mario RPG. One of the best SNES RPGs. I will completely agree with some people on that one. But yeah, I would love to do some SNES games. Final Fantasy VI has got to be one of the games we do. And I know I keep saying a lot of RPGs, but the thing is, it just takes a lot of time to do RPGs. It really does. And as I said, I would love to do like a small animation for every RPG that, you know, we play at least. There's one game I would love to see you play, but if you don't like it while playing, I'm okay with you breaking up the game. Okay then, what game is it? I mean, if you're going to say Mario Land 1 and 2, I've already got plans for that. But it takes another couple of months. Okay, but yeah, I'm gonna say that we are done with artwork tonight, and we are done with streaming tonight. I need to go and rest my eyes. But But yeah, sure, Bex. If you ever wanna suggest a game, please don't ever be afraid to suggest it in the Steel Discord. Right then, Kirby's Ghost Trap. Ghost Trap. Kirby's Ghost Trap. I've never heard of that one. Anyway. I'm gonna run a quick 1-minute advertisement, and when we come back, I will. I just had to think of something else because I already bothered you with my. Don't worry, as I said, I've got plans. Don't you fret. I have plans. Ghost Trap is like Tetris, but better. Are you talking about? Hang on, Kirby. Hang on. Kirby's Ghost Trap. Are you sure you don't mean Pack Attack? Because Pack Attack is the only like falling block puzzle with ghosts in it I can think of off the top of my head. But anyway, I'm gonna run that 1-minute advertisement quickly. Okay, and when we come back, I'll discuss what's gonna be happening tomorrow. But yeah, let's run that quick 1-minute advertisement. Okay then, according to twitch.tv, the 1-minute advertisement should be playing. Anybody who doesn't get advertisements, I want to say thank you so much for your continual support on the channel. I know today has been like one of the more unusual streams, but I just really needed something quiet. I needed to work on, this animation. Needed to work on this animation today. And you know what? We actually managed to get quite a lot done. I know it doesn't look like we managed to get a lot done, but we really did. The majority of the Shin-Ra building was finished. All it takes now is just a little bit of detail on my part, which I can do in my off time from the stream. Which hopefully that won't take me too long. I then have to just color in the girders, and then I can start animating, which will be, as I say, spinning the booster sword around. Lightning strikes around him, and yeah, should be quite good when it's finished. Anyhow, let's have a look. See, no, it's called Gerb. It is called Kirby's Ghost Trap, at least in Germany. Kirby's it could be Kirby's Avalanche. Oh yeah, it could be Kirby Avalanche. Because we didn't get Star Stacker. Ghost Trap. Kirby's Ghost Trap. The only thing I can think of is Kirby's Avalanche, because that's a Puyo Puyo clone, and the little blobs do kind of look like ghosts if you squint a bit. So maybe that's what you're thinking of. Maybe it's just Kirby Puyo Puyo. Yeah, there it is. Kirby's Avalanche. I called it. God damn it. Kirby's Avalanche. You know what? As soon as I mentioned it, that's the game that Bex is talking about. I mean, I'm not particularly great at puzzle games. I will be 100 with you. Other than Professor Layton, I am not good at puzzle games at all. So, I'm gonna have to say that maybe. It's a hard maybe. But okay then. So, what is going to be happening tomorrow? I'm not going to do another art stream tomorrow, Chad. Don't you worry. I'm only going to subject you to this torture once a week, if at all. Tomorrow we'll be doing something a little bit more interactive. So we'll either be doing some PTCGO, or we'll be I think we'll either do some PTCGO or some Mario Kart tomorrow. There's still Dreamland 3. That is definitely a game I want to play. But I'm kind of hoping we get. Dreamland 2 on the Game Boy on Switch first before I hit up the entire trilogy. Because I've already done Kirby's Dream Land on the Game Boy, which is currently on the Switch. But yeah, Dreamland 2 is kind of the thing we need to see first before I go for the trilogy. What about the shrooming? Yes, the shrooming. So yeah, tomorrow could be PTCGO, could be Mario Kart. I'm also thinking about bringing back the Smash Brothers training stream as well, if I've got enough time. If I've got enough time and I've got the energy as well. So yeah, that's what's going to be happening tomorrow. A little bit more action-packed compared to tonight. But as I said, I really wanted to buckle down. I really wanted to spend some time with you, chat, and show you, some of the stuff that goes on behind the scenes, which I hope I've been able to do. And I know it's not been the most entertaining. I know it's not been the best. But then again, I'm not a great artist. And I know I'm not that entertaining, so... So, yeah, to anybody who's still stuck around this long, I really do have to say thank you so much. And also that you must have the patience of a saint. Anyway, chat, that is going to be the end of the stream. I'm going to drop a link to the Discord server one more time. All I can say to you all is thank you all so much for being here tonight. Oh, that's right. Because I've been copy and pasting in the... There we go. There's the link to it. I was trying to do like a straight up copy and paste on the on the stream, but because I've been copy and pasting here in Krita, it just didn't have anything. Right. But anyway, that's going to be the end of the stream. As I said, tomorrow will either be PTCGO or Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And again, for anybody who's still around, thank you so much. Everybody, have yourselves a wonderful evening. Take care. And I'm not going to shout it. This is not the stream for shouting, but I am going to say what I usually say. So if you know the saying, say it with me. When life gives you garbage, grab it by the throat, and you make it feel the steel. Make it feel the steel. I'll see you tomorrow, chat, for either PTCGO or Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Again, thank you all so much for watching. Have yourselves a wonderful night, and please take care of yourselves. Yeah, that's basically it. Please take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful evening. And, yeah, see you tomorrow for whatever it is we decide to do. Keep an eye on the Discord server. Anyway, have a wonderful evening, folks, and take care. Bye-bye.